Dark Magician support has been announced, and players are already finding lines that end in madness. Yugi fans, dual monster lovers, or even if Dark Magician is just your favorite monster, the Dark Magician archetype has gotten insane support coming out of the Tactical Tri-Pack over in the OCG, and these cards are getting crazy. Because as we saw, Blue Eyes got its support quite some time ago, and now it's time for the Dark Magician. And we have the Dark Magician of Destruction, which was previewed previously in their Tactical Tri-Deck for the OCG. It is a level 8 Dark Spellcaster that is a fusion. And now you can fusion summon it with a Dark Magician or any light or dark monster, but you can also special summon it from the extra deck by banishing a level 6 or higher Dark Spellcaster on your field. So players are already coming up with crazy combos just to summon this out. And now you can only summon it once per turn, but while it's on the field or in the graveyard, its name becomes Dark Magician. And then when it's special summoned, you can add a Dark Magician or any card that mentions it from the deck to your hand. So again, a lot of players are already finding lines with this card because essentially it's a Link 1 for spellcasters, except with the fusion body. So that's pretty hyped. And then the Gaze of Timaeus is another amazing support card that can actually be searched off the Dark Magician of Destruction. And now, as a quick play, you can't play it during your battle phase or opponent's turn, so either are pretty well. And now you can only activate one card of this name per turn, but by targeting a Dark Magician or Dark Magician girl that you control or in your graveyard, and then you can actually fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck that mentions that target by shuffling that target into the deck, but during the end phase of the next turn, you will banish the fusion summoned card. And this is also treated as a special summon from the Eye of Timaeus. So not only can we go into all the Timaeus support like the Dark Magician Girl Dragon Knight, but we see that a lot of players are realizing this can go into some crazy cards like Red Eyes Dragoon, which we're going to mention how to in just a few minutes. But finishing up with the support card, we do have Timaeus the United Magidragon. And now, while this is a level 10 light dragon effect, it takes a Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl with any dragon or spellcaster monster. And again, with the Gaze of Timaeus, this is pretty easy to do with just one material. But you can only use the second and third effect of this card per turn, and then with the first effect, after this card is special summoned, until the end of your next turn, this card is unaffected by other card effects, so it's safe from the Gaze of Timaeus' removal ability. And then for the second and third effect, if this card battles, during the damage calculation, you can make this card gain attack for each spell card in the graveyards and banished, so that can rack up pretty far. And then as the third effect, during your opponent's turn as a quick effect, you can target any spell or trap on the field and destroy it, so it has some built-in destruction as well. But these three cards are amazing support in this Tactical Tri-Deck being released for the Dark Magician archetype. And then as noted before, within hours of these cards being announced, many players have figured out crazy combo lines to go into cards like Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. And now Ready Fusion is the #1 card players have been floating around in the community, and that is because by paying 1,000 life points, you can go into everyone's favorite fusion, Sandwich. And now since it's a level 6 or higher spellcaster monster, you can actually banish it to go directly into the Dark Magician of Destruction, and then since it's special summoned, that will search you into the Gaze of Timaeus. And now use Gaze of Timaeus by utilizing the Dark Magician of Destruction as Dark Magician, and then by putting it back to the deck, you can actually special summon out Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. And then that is 2 turns of having an Omni Negate. But again, during the end phase of the next turn, that Dragoon is going to be banished. And then another option that doesn't need Ready Fusion are things like Primite Roar for the Primite players out there. So by paying 2,000 life points, you can actually special summon Dark Magician and then go directly into the Dark Magician of Destruction. And again, from there, it will search the Gaze of Timaeus, and you can activating that by either sending back the Dark Magician in the graveyard or the one on the board if you need the one in the graveyard to go right into the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. And this is exciting because you can still utilize cards like Primite Drillbean or the Lordly Load for later use in the turn. And that is why a lot of players that are using Primites might want to be looking into teching this strategy. And for the Horus players out there, you gotta love it, because with M-Seti, by pitching it to the graveyard, you search the sarcophagus, activate it, and then when the M-Seti is revived at the board, you can actually utilize that as your level 6 or higher Dark Spellcaster. Go into the Dark Magician of Destruction, and again, search the Gaze, activate it, send back the Dark Magician, and summon out that sweet, sweet Dragoon. So if you're a fan of Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, like I am, you are in love with all these combo lines, and if you are too, definitely make sure to smash that like down below, because we like to summon Dragoon as often as we can. But if you are a Dark Magician fan and are utilizing any of these combo lines, or hey, maybe there's something that a lot of players are missing by being tunnel vision onto that Dragoon, definitely comment it down below, because I want to see what players are utilizing in the future of Dark Magician. And now, while Red Eyes Dark Dragoon is an amazing card to end on in the Dark Magician build, we've seen many Dark Magician players mention that they want to just keep adding from the deck to the hand every single turn. And Eternal Soul is the perfect card to do that, because if you're able to add it from the deck to the hand, then every turn you can actually special summon back the Dark Magician of Destruction. And then every time that Dark Magician of Destruction is special summoned back from the graveyard, you can add any Dark Magician support card from the deck to your hand. And as many players can tell, this could snowball heavily as the turns proceed, on top of being able to special summon multiple fusion monsters from the extra deck. And then I would also have to keep in mind that the Timaeus, the United Magidragon, also is unaffected until the end of your next turn on the off chance the Eternal Soul is destroyed. So the Magidragon would stay on the board until the end of the next turn. And these are just a few of the support cards that are mentioned here. There are tons of other Dark Magician support cards that are amazing in this archetype and could be searched directly from the deck. So if any are on your list that you want to mention, definitely comment them down below, because we want to get a list of cards that will be broken with these new support cards. And now I know not everyone's into the Yugioh deck, but for the Dark Magician lovers out there, this is a sigh of relief, because we have seen plenty of support given to the Dark Magician and kind of Red Eyes Dark Dragon, but at some point hopefully we get more support for the Red Eyes in the near future as well, because this Dark Magician support, even though it's just the beginning, is pretty crazy. But I have to ask, for the Dark Magician enthusiasts out there, what are the combo lines you are going to be going into with these cards? Are players tunnel visioning on the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon? Are they missing a better combo that might be able to last on the board through the Timaeus' effect? Definitely comment that down below, because I want to know what combos you are cooking up with this new support. And again, for the Dark Magician fans out there, extreme hype. And as a DMOC lover, I'm excited for this new support. But as always, guys, check out the videos flashing up above. And most importantly, stay safe, have a good night, and suck it, nerd.